Footnotes from the Life Application Study Bible. John chapters 13 through 17 reveals what Jesus said to his disciples on the night before his death. These words were all spoken in one evening, when, with only the disciples as an audience, he gave final instructions to prepare them for his death and resurrection, events that would change their lives forever. Jesus was the model servant, and he showed his servant attitude to his disciples. Washing guests' feet was a job for a household servant to carry out when guests arrived, but Jesus wrapped a towel around his waist, as the lowliest slave would do, and washed and dried his disciples' feet. If even he, God in the flesh, served so willingly, we, his followers, must also be servants, willing to serve in any way that glorifies God. What would that kind of service mean in your home, your workplace, or your ministry? Are you willing to follow Jesus' example of serving? Whom can you serve today? Jesus blesses those who not only agree that humble service is Christ's way, but also follow through and do it. Jesus knew he would be betrayed by one of his disciples, denied by another, and deserted by all of them for a time. Still, he loved them to the very end. God knows us completely, as Jesus knew his disciples. He knows the sins we have committed and the ones we will yet commit. Still, he loves us. How do you respond to that kind of love? Imagine being Peter and watching Jesus wash the others' feet, all the while moving closer to you. Seeing his master behave like a slave must have confused Peter. He still doesn't understand Jesus' teaching that to be a leader, a person must be a servant. This uncomfortable truth challenges leaders who find it difficult to serve those under their authority. How do you treat those who work under you, whether children, employees, or volunteers? When Jesus responded, "Unless I wash you, you won't belong to me," he may have meant, 1. That unless he washed away Peter's sins by his death on the cross, Peter could have no relationship with him, or 2. That unless Peter submitted to him and allowed him to minister in this way, Peter would never learn the lesson of servanthood. Either way, Peter seemed to grasp the significance of Jesus' words, for he then wanted to be bathed completely. "Then wash my hands and head as well, Lord, not just my feet." Jesus did not wash his disciples' feet just to get them to show greater hospitality to each other. His far greater goal was to extend his mission on earth after he was gone. These men were to move into the world serving God, serving each other, and serving all people to whom they would take the message of salvation.